Welcome back. This is a special episode of Vampire the Masquerade. This is chapter 23 or 22.5 or however you want to look at it. But we will not do a synopsis. If you want to know why we are where we are tonight, I would recommend going back and listening to the last little bit of episode 22. For now, we're going to get right into it. It's dark. Impossibly dark. Impossibly quiet. You know you are not in your body anymore. The last thing you remember is the Nihil opening beneath you and you being dragged down into oblivion or close to it. It's uncomfortable as you sit there alone in your thoughts. If you had a heartbeat, that would be the only sound you probably heard. And then lights begin to shine. Bright lights from all around and above. And then music. From near the bottom of the Venus stairs, staring into the gaping maw of oblivion, comes the Underworld's favorite game show. It's time to, everybody, what time is it? Bet your life! That's right. Our first contestant hails from the Skinlands. She's denied her fate for almost 1,000 years. Give it up for Vissenta Giovanni! You find yourself at a podium in front of a game show set.
Oh my God.
Joining her is a local jazz legend from the Big Easy. He's been trying to find his way in Stygia since he was sucked dry and his broken corpse was shoved into the sewer. Ladies and gentlemen, Carl Winters! Appearing right next to you at the other podium is the man you recognize from the jazz club. And last, but certainly not least, the voice of reason, the angels on Vissenta's shoulder. Let's hear a round of derision for Iris Blackwood, Cassandra Sinclair, and Rena Roselli. And now, everyone, it's time to meet the host of our show, Ella Messina Giovanni. Coming from behind a curtain in a baby blue tuxedo.
Oh my God.
That is stained with viscera and gore that you would expect from a corpse wearing a tuxedo.
Yeah.
Comes a familiar face. Or lack thereof.
Oh, so this is like Wraith Ella Messina, how she looked.
Yes.
Wraith. Okay.
And she comes out and she says, thank you for that wonderful introduction, Maldo. You know, you were always my favorite. Welcome, everyone. You know the rules. Our contestants might not, but that doesn't matter, of course. Let's get on with the show. And she kind of shuffles over to the podium where Carl is. And she pulls up a little thin Bob Barker microphone. Oh my God. And she says, first question is for Carl. Carl, what were your hopes and dreams before Vissenta murdered you and threw you away like so much waste?
Well, Miss Ella Messina, I had a lot of hopes and dreams. As a matter of fact, later that evening, I was supposed to play at a bigger gig outside. We were going to head to, I was packing up whenever she got me. We were going to head to Baton Rouge to play. It was going really well. Also, I had just found out that my wife was pregnant. We were really looking forward to that. It was going to be great.
Oh. Good answer, Carl. Good answer.
Big money, Carl.
I think that warrants a tipping of the scale. Lovely LaDonna, would you please put our Carl's points on the scale? And opening another curtain in a green sequined dress with bouffant red hair, like done up in like 80s Vanna White style, is LaDonna de Amore.
Does she look like LaDonna?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And she goes over and grabs out of this like big, large vessel a glowing ball. And you see it like slowly moving and amorphous shapes kind of pull out of it. And it's at that point you notice a face, like a screaming face, like look out of the ball. And she places it in this behind this ornate, large, like justice scale that's behind her.
Oh, I'm going to oblivion. Oh my God.
And she puts it in and the scale tilts a little bit to the left side.
Oh, I'm fucked.
All right. Moving down the line. Vissenta. This next question is for you, my child. Why did you destroy your fetter?
Because Iris said that was the only way that it could be free.
Oh, I see. Do tell us more.
Out of character. That's all I remember.
Sure. Well, that doesn't answer the question. There were many ways for him to be free. Why did you destroy your fetter?
Oh my God. Is it like a timed?
Take your time.
Because the dead should remain dead.
Ah,
And I do not want to do to him what you did to me.
I see. Very well. Very well. It's a tough decision there. I guess we'll have to move to our judges panel for a ruling on her answer, shall we? Let's introduce our judges. And you see another spotlight hit off to the side. And there's a table of 3 people. On the left-hand most side is Madalena Corsini.
I'm fucked. I'm fucking fucked.
In the middle is Royce.
I'm so fucked.
And on the other end is a homeless man.
I am so fucked.
And they begin to kind of deliberate off to the side. And they finally come back and Roy stands up and he says, well, it's 2-1 that it's not in her favor. I see. Hey. Very well, Madonna, if you will. And she goes over to the vessel and places another spirit in, and it tilts down even more, or spirit ball, or whatever they are.
Oh, they voted against me?
Uh-huh.
I'm fucked. I'm not getting out of this.
Tough break, my child. But our judges have spoken. And moving on to our next contestant, Rena. Name one good thing Vissenta did. Just one. And in the next one is Rena, next to you.
I think Vicenta's probably crying. She hasn't seen Rena in years.
Mm-hmm. First of all, I'd like to say that I do not appreciate being brought into this sinner's spectacle. Ha 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 ha. One good thing Vissenta has done, that's very easy. I probably won't stop at one.
You have to.
Watch me. You may have helped me once, Elvicina, but I'm not here for you. I'm here for her. When I was unfortunate enough to learn of a horrendous secret my husband, Antonio, had been keeping from me, Vissenta was there to support me. Not only did she help calm my beast, but she helped rationalize it. She helped me from tearing the bitch's head off. And before that, she had always supported my feeding habits, if you will. She did not hesitate to tell any sinner we came across that what they were receiving was divine punishment. And I loved that about her.
So you were happy that she helped you punish people that you found to be wanting.
Of course. But mostly I was grateful that she was my friend.
Calm down, everyone. Calm down.
Oh, yes, yes. You're all so high and mighty.
Judges. And Madalena and Royce give reluctant thumbs up while the homeless guy is just like,
He has a right reason to be bitter.
and she says, well, LaDonna, if you please, fair is fair. And she goes and gets a much smaller spirit out and puts it in the scale, but it still moves. Mm-hmm. It's still leaning that other way.
Yeah.
But it moves. Well, it's round 2 of our game. Back to you, Carl. Carl, if you were alive, what would you want to tell your family? Maybe that dear child that is on the way.
Well, I would really like to say that Daddy loves you, and I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you because she took me from you. And I would tell my mom that I loved her, and I would tell my wife that I loved her. That's to go on without me, even though it's going to be hard.
If we could get those words to them, we would. But unfortunately, we are down here, below the Venus stairs, where there's not much hope to return. She's had hundreds of years to be able to do that, and you get none. Quite unfortunate.
Doesn't seem fair.
It really doesn't, and especially given that she finally gets what she wants, and she throws a hissy fit and ejects herself from the body. But that's neither here nor there. Moving on. That's obviously in the other bucket, of course. Oh, you've already picked up the spirit, I see. Yes, and the scales are down the other way much more. Vissenta. The line of questioning I had for Carl leads into yours. Why did you abandon Ignacio when he needed you most? You said it was because of what cards told you. When have you ever been one to give fate what it wants?
Out of character, she kind of has me there. I don't want to abandon him.
But you did. And now we determine what to do with you. But it's something to think about, isn't it? But seeing the remorse, we'll give you a 50-50. Madonna put one in one and one in the other. It's only fair. Use the littler one, though, for the other side.
I don't want to abandon Ignacio, but I don't want to bring him down either.
Well, who's to say? Too late now.
It's not too late. I can still get out of here.
You'll have to forgive me.
I don't have to forgive you at all. I don't have to forgive you for anything that you've done.
I don't expect you to. Well. God, we have to talk to the Eidolon again. Cassandra, why did you move on to Transcend? And it is Cassandra next to you.
Why wouldn't I?
Well, your friend here. Anything tying you to this life anymore, or afterlife?
No. She helped solve my murder. I was able to see my best friend and the love of my life together. I was able to find love with someone I never would have met. I was able to look after 2 children, all because of Vissenta. I couldn't have done that without her.
I can definitely tell that you raised Pearl, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes, you did a magnificent job.
Well, do your thing, LaDonna. Let's put it in the other. And the scale,
Oh shit, it's that crazy lady.
the scale tips a little bit more. It's still leaning, but it's nearly balanced. Well, folks, that means it's time for round 3. And that can only mean that it's time for the lightning round. So here we go into the lightning round. Tell me, Carl, question for you in our lightning round. Does lightning hurt?
Wait, what?
And as soon as she says that, from out behind a curtain steps Zio. Shoots lightning from his hands.
Can I try to pull it out? Can I try to pull him out of the way?
It happens so fast. And he is fried and turned to ash. But as he does, you see the silhouette of a gargoyle form in it, and you hear the cries of like ferox.
Ferox.
And then there's just a pile of ashes. All right. Lawrence, if you please. And a janitor comes out and sweeps the ashes away into a manhole.
Wait! Why did you do that?
Why did I do anything I did? Zio says. Why did you do anything you did? For power, for knowledge,
No.
to gain.
No.
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 What makes us so different?
The fact that I never wanted this.
Did he, and he points to the manhole cover, ever want any of this?
I doubt it.
Did he, and he points to the homeless man.
No. And he didn't deserve it either.
Did any of them? And the lights come on to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And there's a lot of people that you recognize that are still living.
Mm-hmm.
Family members. But there's a lot of family that's dead. A lot of innocent people that you've killed in your time.
I haven't actually killed, out of character, I haven't actually killed that many.
Not that many, but there are some Dark Ages.
There are some
victims.
Dark Ages.
Yes.
Yes. No, they didn't deserve any of it.
Something to think about. And he goes back behind the curtain.
You did.
There's no reply. All right. We're going to skip order a little bit. Iris,
Hello.
is there any real need for Vissenta to come back up there and help you all? I mean, don't you have newly discovered family, a potential lover, a good stable life right now? I mean, after the SI has been dealt with, do you even need her around?
So after the SI is gone? I really haven't thought that far ahead. I kind of expect to be burnt up every night I wake up. So I'm sorry, Miss Ella Messina. Ugh. I can't answer that.
Well, that leads us to you, my dear. Your last question. Your last round in the lightning round. Don't worry. You're safe. The scale, as you look over, is balanced. Neither good nor evil. We come to the final time, the final hour of You Bet Your Life, the time that you all love so much. That is where she makes her choice. What will it be? Curtain number 1? And you look over at the wall she's gesturing at, another wall. I mean, it feels like they're changing all the time.
Yeah.
And there are 3 curtains. And when she points at curtain number 1, like hovering in the air is text. And the text says, I am me. Ella Messina's blood no longer runs through my veins. I am free. Or curtain number 2, appearing in front of it. I have become my sire. Those around me are only hurt by my actions. I am death. Or door curtain number 3. I am both myself and those from my past and present. I serve. So, time to make a choice. Will it be curtain number 1, curtain number 2, or curtain number 3?
Out of character, can she discuss with her Eidolon what number 3 is about? Like, is she saying that she will help her friends with the SI?
That's all it says. You're given time. We'll go to break. Don't have to break. We'll be right back when she picks her decision. But in the meantime, a word from our sponsors. New Ghoul Chews. Ghoul Chews are the chews you choose. Made from real plasm. Yes, real plasm. And so there are commercials airing in the background, and it goes black except for a spotlight over you and your Eidolon. Who does the Eidolon look like is the question.
I don't.
It is entirely your choice.
Oh my God.
It is a formless mass right now. And you just know, intuitively, whoever you will that to be, it will be.
Probably Ignacio.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
A gargoyle figure steps forward. Hey.
What do I need to do?
Go for the truth of what you really believe. Do you believe that Ella Messina holds no sway over who you are now? Do you feel that you are becoming her? Or do you feel that you're a bit of everyone? I can't make the choice for you. I'm you, but I am telling you that he will miss you. And I don't know why you did what you did. I was screaming at you to stop, but it happened so fast. And it doesn't change things. Here we are.
I wasn't trying to abandon him.
And then, but you hear from the shadows, but you did.
It's
Just like I abandoned you and you abandoned me. We all abandon each other eventually, don't we?
I didn't abandon you either. But you were gone by the time that I ever was brought out of a call.
I did everything for you. The reason he stands in front of you now is because of me.
You did everything for me, but yet you still embraced me.
To keep you
To keep me.
in my life.
we were married, we had children, we would have had more.
And now you could have had an eternity with him.
But I won't. Not in the way that you present this, with that beast inside gnawing away at your humanity until there's nothing of you left.
Nothing but bones and hate.
And what will become of him if I am nothing but bones and hate?
In time. And he speaks back up. He says, we can't know for sure. But the choice we make now will at least let us have closure in some way. That much is promised. And we are back. We've come out of the break. Thank you to our sponsor, Ghoul Chews. The Ghoul Chew you choose. Now, back to our host, Ella Messina Giovanni. Thank you, Maldo. Again, my favorite. Don't forget it. It's time to make a choice, my dear. What will it be? Curtain number 1. I am me. Ella Messina's blood no longer runs through my veins. I am free. Curtain number 2. I have become outsider. Those around me are only hurt by my actions. I am death. Or curtain number 3. I am both myself and those from my past and present. I serve.
I'm not you. I don't want to hurt those around me.
Yes, you do.
No. I do not.
But you will.
No. I will not.
Curtain number 2 disappears.
Yeah.
1 and 3 remain.
I don't know which one lets me go back and help with the SI. Because I don't want to... Is there any way to know if number 1 means that she's going to immediately transcend?
Nope.
Fuck. Is there any way? Because it's not that she never wants to transcend. But she does want to see this one little bit through.
Can't help you. This is all your choice.
I don't know what it means, though. Especially for Vissenta, she's so conditioned to help and serve, like with family and all that. So that's really hard to be like. And she certainly doesn't want to like not say goodbye.
And other players, you feel free to give input if you want. You don't have to stay quiet because I know this is a big choice for her.
I think that serve might be a ferryman role instead of a wraith and helping role. I don't know. But I don't know if you're the ferryman, does that mean you're stuck?
Yeah. Well, if you go through the ritual, yes. I think Nicholas... she doesn't know this. This is just strictly player. I think he chose to stay behind, but then that doesn't mean his ass once he chooses. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think I serve is probably ferryman.
Yeah, I don't think it would be worded, I serve if you were going to help us, because I think you're
Right.
still part of our group.
Yeah.
I feel like serve feels...
Bigger picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More of a job and a role.
Yeah.
than a-
Right. And as much as I think that might be fitting if she was looking for atonement at the same time, I feel like if she does that, then that cuts off. Because, I mean, everybody dies. Like, she knows that everybody dies. Even, kindred and everybody that's like, oh, we're immortal. Are you, though?
Yeah.
Like, she is yet to meet. I mean, literally, everybody that she knows from Dark Ages is dead. Every single kindred she knew from Dark Ages is dead. Everybody dies. Even though, Ig is still in the living world, at some point, he will die. So what does that mean if she becomes a ferryman? That it almost seems like this is a temporary separation if she just transcends.
What does the first door say again? I know
Yeah.
it says I am free, but what is...
Yes. Let me go back to that.
Yeah.
Ella Messina's blood no longer runs through my veins. I am free.
And the other one says I'm a mix of past and present.
I serve.
I serve. I have a vote. Can I just say my vote?
It's up to D.
I vote 1 because I think that after what Iris told you about like letting Ig be free,
Yeah.
I feel like if you pick the one that says I am the past, you're still like holding on to him. But that's probably because I roleplayed Iris and that's what I saw. So that's my vote. I vote 1. But 3 doesn't sound bad either.
Yeah.
Because it is realistic. You are definitely defined by your past, but
Right.
I mean, she definitely started down the path for door 1 whenever she threw the book in there to like let go of everything.
that's
Yeah,
true.
that's
That's why
true.
she's here in the
Yeah.
first place. That's very true.
I mean, I'm not trying. I don't,
No, I mean,
I don't
you're.
want to.
I mean, because she could have smashed the gargoyle head, and that's not. I mean, I know why she threw the book. I know why she went to the book, but because she was like, well, I don't want this book to get destroyed if I'm having to let go. Well, is that still letting go of the past? Because Iris told her that Ig needed to be free, and he wouldn't be free as long as she remained in her body. Was that right? I can't remember.
I don't remember the exact wording.
No, I left it ambiguous on purpose.
Oh, of
Okay.
course.
To be the bastard that I am.
Yeah, I think it was alive was the word that he used whenever he was talking about that. It was
It was either alive or around.
yeah, around.
Or,
I can't. I'm trying to. Yeah, and that one's not up yet, so we.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, she certainly wants to say goodbye, but I don't think she is feeling like. I'll be honest. I don't, because I know Ig was like, when talking about the body stuff, he's like, does it get easier, when you're in this new body? And she was like, yeah, it does. But now that she's here, like, I think she's probably realizing, like, yeah, that was a lot. Like, that was a lot. That was, kind of like if you're wearing like a really uncomfortable suit, like you kind of get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then once you take it off, it's like, oh yeah, I feel a whole lot of relief now that it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have a beast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like right now?
You got other shit dealing with. But
Well, yeah. But she had a beast and a shadow.
Well, and the thing is, the shadow's just throwing everything it's got at you.
Right.
I didn't think about not having a beast anymore.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
You definitely don't feel hunger.
Right.
Yeah. That's cool.
And the 2 people that, she killed, and probably the majority of the people that the majority of the people she killed in Dark Ages was due to that hunger.
Yeah, it was. Absolutely was. And that's something that is fair to recognize.
You're free from the blood that made you that.
Right. And then she's going to be outside of all the, intentional versus unintentional blood bonds and just the control that it has.
You're just free of the blood.
Right.
Yeah, which is a big thing in the vampire world.
And free of, basically the curse of Cain.
Mm-hmm.
But you went back to it.
I did.
She didn't know better at that time.
Well, she did because she thought she had to know that Ignacio was not in oblivion.
Mm.
She could not move on if he was in oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. And that's your reasoning.
Right. And now the only thing that sucks now is like, well, if he dies now, is he going to go right back? Hopefully not. But even if she, goes into a serve role, it's not like she could change that.
That's true.
Like, that's just kind of out of her hands.
Yeah.
About whether or not that happens or not. And yeah, I'm leaning towards door number 1.
It feels like a lot of things are pointing towards that door more than 3.
I mean, it's not that, she was raised by Ella Messina.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, she does have, her family. I mean, she's still, like Dante and all of them. It's not that she doesn't love them anymore. It's not that she doesn't remember them anymore. But I mean, they're gone.
Yep. And she's had to watch them go.
Right.
Like with your brother.
Right.
She had to watch him go. Mm.
So if she's, if she stays and she serves, then that's going to be just constant.
That's true.
What are you thinking, Jeff?
I think you're leaning in the direction, and I think you've walked yourself into the direction that you're headed that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, she would like to say goodbye. Like,
I feel like Ryan would let you say goodbye.
So,
if Ryan wants a place to sleep, that's not the couch.
He doesn't want to sleep in the car for a week.
I mean, she would like to help with the SI too.
Yeah.
If she can.
Yeah. I don't think that's serving. I feel like it would be called like I want to help my team, or I don't know. I don't think it would be serve. I feel like serve is like
it's very formal.
Yeah,
yes. It's
like you're putting in a job application, or you're accepting a job application. It does kind of feel that way.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like that is helping the coterie to.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, and that's like you said, that's permanent. If it is what Monica was talking about, there's no like into that.
Right. Like
although if one is transcendence, that's permanent too, right?
Right.
Like, does that just happen?
Nobody knows what happened. It doesn't. So once you resolve your passions and your fetters, you can transcend.
Yeah.
So she does still have other fetters that she has to resolve.
That's true.
But it's a step towards transcendence.
Okay.
I had a thought and my ADHD just took it straight out of my brain. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that. I saw it leave too. Oh my God. So you work your way toward. I'm sorry, I'm backtracking what I just said. So
Fetters. She has more fetters. You
Yes.
choose resolve your passions and your fetters. Then
Right.
it's a step towards transcendence.
Right. And then nobody really knows what happens after transcendence. It's like, do you go to heaven? Do you reincarnate and do the shit all over again? Do you just, some people think you just blink out of existence, but that seems more oblivion-like. So, nobody really knows. But it's
the quote-unquote good ending.
right.
Yeah. We're pretty sure.
We're pretty sure. And, I mean, Vissenta has said multiple times that she is tired of everybody thinking that she's one bad day away from being Ella Messina.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Although Ella Messina did have a point. That was kind of shitty just to up and leave. To be fair, Vissenta wasn't... Vicenta's not entirely sure that the shadow's not just jerking her around, that the body's not going to be there. I know what happens to that, but Vissenta does not know what happens to that. So... she's gonna just go for door number 1.
You walk towards door number 1. Everything goes black, save for that curtain.
Oh.
Do you part it and enter?
I mean, before I lose my nerve.
Yeah, do it. Do
You
it.
do. And you find yourself in the Venetian cemetery. Lo, there do you see your father.
Oh.
Lo, there do you see your mother and your sisters and your brothers. Lo, there do you see the line of your people, back to the very beginning. Lo, do they call to you. They bid you to take your place among them. And you walk forward. On either side, people, faces you remember. In the best light. Vincenza not sick and dying on her deathbed.
Aww.
Dante in the loving father role that you always knew. Quintus not looking like he wants to wring your neck for something. At the very end of the line, as you move through, it begins to look a lot more like New Orleans. At the end is a patchwork man. And next to him is Quentin, not burned up, looking good, smiling.
Silver Fox once again.
Very shy. My lady, I forgive me for not attending to you sooner. I did what I could do. And he pulls his face, and you recognize Giacomo. And he says, we are here for you. And the life you have led, while not pious and righteous, has led to an end that we feel is good to join us, to transcend. If you'll notice, and he nods to Quentin, says, yeah, you're in Lafayette Cemetery. In a way. You're going to get something that I never got because of what you are. Because we can let things go for a little bit, but you got to come back. You got a day to say goodbyes.
Oh my gosh.
And then we'll begin the work. It's not hard. It's just letting go. And they all, as they file away, hug you, kiss your forehead, tell you that they love you and that they'll be waiting for you. Then it's dark again. And then moving impossibly fast towards you, almost like a light, pinpoint light originating from a tunnel and coming into focus. You stand above a desiccated corpse that you would not recognize if it was not wearing the clothes that you were wearing earlier. And you see Ella Maria screaming and crying.
Oh, God.
And Ignacio is looking through the window, at everything. Because I don't think she's seen him like this yet.
Probably not.
And you see him just
Oh,
shaking
that's right.
and just red streaking down his face, and then something that breaks her from being afraid is just this inhuman, unearthly wail that originates from the night sky. But you are back. You are very much a ghost. But you are back, and you have a day.
Where'd Ignacio go?
He's scared. He's hurt. He saw his wife's body.
I
laying
understand
dead.
that, but where did he go? How she can't leave until she says goodbye.
We'll have to find out
Whoa!
next time we meet.
Oh, my God.
But until then, I award you no experience,
Yeah.
but a pat on the back. Job well done. Getting through that, I know it was intense.
Oh, my gosh.
How you feeling? How's Vissenta feeling?
Shitty that she hurt him that bad.
Aw.
She wasn't trying to hurt him.
We'll catch him. We'll find him.
You did just unalive yourself.
I mean, she didn't know
like that.
She didn't. I mean, honestly, she didn't know that was
I
what
know.
was going to happen. So,
Jeff, Monica, what do you think?
That was cool. I'm sad that Vissenta won't be the Vissenta that we know in this game, but I'm glad that I wish she had more than a day because I did want her to help us with the SI and shit. And you know us, we can't get shit done in a day. So.
You absolutely can get shit done in a day.
oh, that means shit's
I mean,
that means shit's hitting the fan.
Yeah.
we have two problems still.
Yeah.
We have to deal with the uprising against the prince.
Fuck, I forgot about that.
That's the more pressing of the two issues, and then we have the SI.
Yep.
Vissenta didn't know about the uprising,
Oh, that's
Nope.
true.
Nope.
but
Oh, God.
In our contact with all the ghosters.
So I'm going to give you a couple of options after if we go past the 24-hour window,
yes.
and we'll discuss them off mic.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, pretty intense. I know this is a very short session, folks, but a very important one. And I'd like to thank you for listening and joining us as we reach the end of the arc for Vissenta Giovanni, but not the end of the arc for our other characters and our other players in the game. We'll have to see what happens to them next time we meet. But until then, this is GM Tuck wishing you a very good night. Have a great one, everyone.